2019, the EDH player's version of Christmas in July, except in August. This year gives us 4 new decks and a slew of new commanders, including a very interesting commander in Grismold, the Dreadsower. This Golgari legend costs only 3 mana, 1 colorless, and a Golgari for a 3/3 trample troll shaman. Need I say more? This is a legendary troll shaman. This creature has 2 abilities, which is very powerful for a general at this cost. The first ability reads, at the beginning of your end step, each player creates a 1/1 green plant creature token. Not the most powerful ability, but maybe we can use it to our advantage. The second ability reads, whenever a creature token dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Grismold, the Dreadsower. These 2 abilities can create a deck where we can give our opponent's creature tokens and kill them to boost up our commander and win. So let's dive into the mechanics and key cards of this C19 commander. The first thing we want to do with this new commander is to play into giving your opponents tokens with the intent to kill them. To start, we play a Crow and Horse, Hungry Lynx, and Hunted Troll. The Crow and Horse and Hungry Lynx both provide us with tokens to kill so that our commander can be boosted every turn, while the Hunted Troll gives us very mana-efficient creature for a low price. These cards are incredible in this deck. We also play 2 others, Farika, God of Affliction, and Hunted Horror. Farika deals with any problematic cards in the graveyard caught in the crossfire of the effects we play, while providing our opponents with tokens, or should I say, +1/+1 counters for our commander. The Hunted Troll creates harder to kill tokens, but we can use politics and our removal package to get rid of them. And at 2 mana 7/7 is worth the upside to our opponents. We play similar enchantments and artifacts, Curse of Disturbance, Infernal Genesis, and Genesis Chamber to name 3. These cards will give all players tokens, but once again, that's what this entire deck is about. Give tokens to everyone with the knowledge that they will die and boost up our commander. We'd finish the artifacts and enchantments with Dowsing Dagger and Seed the Land. These are similar enchantments that give all players tokened. The final few similar effects are Forbidden Orchard, an All-Star Land, Beast Within, and Rampage of the Clans, 2 removal pieces that synergize highly, and Sylvan Offering, an amazing sorcery that can change games. But how are we going to take care of these tokens, and how are we going to take advantage of them? Demon of the Dark Schemes, Massacre Worm, Plague Engineer, and Engineered Plague are our first 4 solid options. With these cards, we can board wipe and can specifically target plants with the Engineers. Massacre Worm commands a high price tag, so it has to be justified in this deck. Luckily, it definitely goes in this deck because of its very good die trigger. Lots of tokens die, and they do hit the graveyard, and this card will go for 2 life per death. Illness in the Ranks, Golgari Charm, Knight of Souls Betrayal, and Virulent Plague are all solid options, and the other 4 options that we play in this category. These will all kill plants or other tokens, and they will all help keep our opponents under control. They are helped out, though, by Pestilence, Pernicious Deed, and Decree of Pain, to clean up everything and hopefully power up our commander. In the ideal situation, not killing it. 2 life for every death off the worm is very good, and luckily not the only death trigger or enter the battlefield trigger here. In fact, we have a laundry list, so get ready. Tragic Slip can kill as long as something has died. Blood Artist, Blood Seeker, Death Greeter, and Essence Warden are the first 4 cards in this section and represent 2 major types of cards you play. Things with 1, enter the battlefield triggers for creatures in general, as many creatures enter in a turn for this deck. 2, the number of creatures that will die. Falkenrath Noble, Hooded Hydra, Poison Tip Archer, and Sangromancer exemplify the previously stated goals of this deck. And if we have extra mana, we can pump it into the Hooded Hydra, and we get snakes when it dies. Zulaport Cutthroat, Blade of the Blood Chief, Black Market, and Dark Prophecy represent some of all the different things we can get from death triggers. Mana, card draw, and life gain, as well as +1/+1 counters. Deathreap Ritual, Dictate of Erebos, Eternal Thirst, Moldervine Reclamation, and Revel in Riches are the lifeblood of this deck. These cards will drain our opponents, boost our life total, give us mana, tokens, boost a creature, draw cards, or even clear the board whenever things die, which is going to happen a whole lot. Revel in Riches is a perfect finishing card that slots perfectly in the 99. To help things die and have things to kill, we create tokens. We can do this with cards like Avenger of Zendikar, Cradle of the Accursed, and Colony Garden in terms of land-based token production. Garruk, Primal Hunter, Liliana, Dreadhorde General, and Nissa, Voice of Zendikar are 3 planeswalkers that do the same job. These are the cards that make us tokens. These tokens may die, but if they do, it still helps our general. And if they need a little help dying, we have things for that. Phyrexian Tower and Westvale Abbey are 2 lands that can do this extremely well, and Westvale Abbey can even turn into a creature while the tower ramps us out. Phyrexian Altar, Ashnod's Altar, and Diabolic Intent also help us, the altars being part of our mana ramp. In other ramp we play basic mana rocks, but nothing extraordinary. The Diabolic Intent is an amazing tutor that we'd probably use to find Revel in Riches prior to hopefully winning the game. The only other thing this deck needs to do is pad out its hand, which will be done with cards like Rishkar's Expertise and a new card called Idol of Oblivion, which will be constantly giving us cards because of the tokens we make. This card just seems to be great in token decks, and their other ability could eventually be useful. So all this will provide us with a huge commander that is definitely an issue for opponents, so using our last section, we can swing for lethal and survive. Swiftfoot Boots, Whisper Soap Cloak, and Shizo, Death Storehouse, and Rogue's Passage put our commander through opponents' defenses. The rest of our lands can be found in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and we're looking forward to make more unusual deck techs in the future with commanders both old and new, and have a great day.